You know, sometimes when the enemy cannot get to you and he cannot get you to not focus on God, he'll keep you distracted.
God has given each of you a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. 1 Peter 4 and 10.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice, and I am back with another Faith Talk video. So this Faith Talk video was inspired by Thursday night's Faith Chat. If you don't know, every Thursday night at 6 p.m., YouTuber Janice, she hosts a Faith Chat, and we come together, we discuss a chapter, and we go from there. So remember, every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Check your time zones, but 6 p.m. Eastern, all is welcome. It's via Zoom, so I'll make sure to leave the link in the description box. So our good sis Shay brought it up in Faith Chat about talking about our purpose. And it dawned on me that, you know what? A lot of people a lot of people spend a great amount of time trying to figure out what is their purpose. So here I am. I realize a lot of people do not know that we all have the same purpose. Yes, you heard me say that right. We all have the same purpose. Our purpose is to glorify God, to serve others, and to create his kingdom here on earth. If you're making sure you're glorifying God, if you're blessing others, if you're spreading his goodness, then you've been walking in your purpose this whole entire time. Now, here's the question you should be asking yourself. What is my calling? Yes, that is the question you should be asking yourself. Your calling is what helps you walk in your purpose. So, how to determine what your calling is? Simply, what are you naturally gifted in? Your calling is made of your gifts, your talent, your personality. Even if you may not realize it, but even the things that you do at work can be your calling. That goes, you can be a great teacher, you can be a great at designing. We are called to do different things. Our calling is like our fingerprints. We each have a unique calling. When you take the time and realize what you are naturally gifted in, so what comes naturally to you, what comes second nature to you, that will help you discover your calling, as well as the challenges. Guess what? Those challenges that you face help you walk in your calling. Yes. You have a story that someone needs to hear. Your testimony is going to help others. Those challenges that you face, plus the gifts and the talents that you have, will help you walk in your calling. Because whether or not you notice, someone out there is looking at you. Someone out there is looking at your story. Someone out there is being inspired by those challenges that you face. So the next time you're in the middle of a challenge, think about how you can use that challenge to help you grow. Because whatever you're going through, trust and believe you're going to grow through it. And that growing through it is going to help somebody else. And when you help somebody else through your own testimony, you know what? You're giving God the glory. And that is why sometimes we face challenges. not only to help depend on God, because honey, that's who's going to get you through your challenges. But those challenges you face is going to help the next person, and it's going to help them want to get even closer to God. Because at the end of the day, you're glorifying God through your challenges. So yes, your gifts, your personalities, those your talents, your challenges are pushing you towards your purpose. Use it. How many of you have those moments where you said to yourself, thank God that situation didn't work out. Thank God that relationship didn't work out. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Listen, I recently had that situation as well. But literally, those situations worked out the way it needed to in order to help you with your purpose. Those situations did not work out because God kept you. I honestly had a heart to heart to myself not too long ago, and it made me realize, like, man, my last relationship did not work out for a reason. And though I did not understand back then, I understood that it needed to happen the way it did so I can walk in my purpose. My purpose is to minister to other people. Because I was finally able to not focus on that relationship, I was finally able to focus on my calling. I was finally able to start pushing out my YouTube videos. If I would have held on to my ex, I wouldn't be here today. I would have been still distracted. I still would have been focusing on that relationship versus focusing on what God called me to do. So when that relationship doesn't work out, that job loss, that family loss, that child loss, you may not understand now, but you will understand later. The loss, the pain that you're going through now is going to help someone. And spoiler alert, whatever that you lost, it cannot compare to what God has in stores for you. You may not see it now, but I promise you, what's on the other side of that loss is greater than what you can imagine. Trust me, if I didn't lose that relationship, I would have never discovered an amazing man, which is a testimony for another day. Distractions. On the daily, you will have so many distractions, whether it be keeping busy. You know, sometimes when the enemy cannot get to you and he cannot get you to not focus on God, he'll keep you distracted. And for the longest, I could not be consistent with my YouTube channel because I was always busy. I had to learn how to be still. Another way the enemy likes to distract you is with your thoughts. With your thoughts. He will have you overthinking, being anxious, to where you will not be walking into your calling. As well as trying to focus too much on your purpose is a distraction. Hear me out. If you're so busy trying to focus on what is my purpose, you are literally taking the focus off of God and making it about yourself. Because all you're thinking about is you. God's purpose is for us to glorify Him and to serve others. So how can you be serving others if you're only thinking about yourself? You're literally focusing on everything else that you will miss what God has to say to you. That you will miss an opportunity that you can use for your calling. Let's get rid of those distractions. Make room for what and who you need to make room for. And let's get closer to God. At least spend 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes. Intentional time with God. If you're so busy focusing on God, you'll be less focused on yourself. Every time you wake up, just know that you're here on purpose. God has called you for a purpose. You matter. Every time you wake up, just know that God has a plan for you. Choose to believe you are capable to achieve everything. Everything. God has purpose in your life. It's time to wake up and be who God calls you to be. So that wraps it up. Until next time, God loves you. I love you. Peace.